People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. First thing that is popping in the news. A couple of months ago, I said that Jamaica is becoming Little Haiti. Haiti 2.0. Sooner than later, we are going to be just as bad, people. It seems as if our next trend, along with the other bad trends that we have, is happening, playing out right in front of us in a place called Hopewell, which is in Hanover. Little Orchard Crescent, to be specific, at a nice plush apartment. Based on the information, it is said that a young lady, 25-year-old, a supervisor at a call center, she was home in her plush apartment with her partner, boyfriend, I guess. When about 2 something or so, early in the morning, them hear all sorts of knocking. All sorts of people are try force enter in a them place. By the time them couldn't say, oh, that 2 men running, arms up with all sorts of hand tool. Stick them up, left with the lady, told the partner, listen, expect a call, we are going to call you and then we are going to demand a ransom. That ransom was $1 million plus. Don't know the specific, $1 million or more. It is said that that person came in contact, the people them call or him call, don't know the specifics of that. They made arrangement and the money was paid. The money was dropped off wherever the money was supposed to be dropped off, to whomever the money was supposed to be dropped off to. The lady was then released to the safety of her family and their partner. The Popo in Hanover and St. James, they are now investigating because based on the information, it is said that this young lady was dropped off somewhere in a Montego Bay. I guess whatever drop-off point they negotiated, that is where they dropped her off at. And she is presently home safely with her family. Now people, when we hear stuff like this, it is scary. It is not as if this is not the land of extortion. This is not the land of corruption. This is not the land of crime and violence where anything goes. However, every day, instead of getting better, it is getting worse. So that promise that your Prime Minister gave us before he went into office, that we can sleep with our doors and windows open. Yes, you can, if you want some sort of home invasion. Because pretty much it seems as if we are at the mercy of these criminals. They can do whatever they so choose because they've come to the realization that is either the JSF is incompetent, they are outmanned, they are outworked, so therefore they are not yielding any sorts of results. They cannot protect us, and every day that we get up, we've come to the realization more and more. Now, the sad thing is that when stuff like this happens, you are pretty much stuck between a rock and a hard place. Some people are going to tell you, say, if you pay them the ransom, that means that the trend is going to continue because they are going to feel as if they have success. However, if you don't pay them, the way that these youths are brutal nowadays, they are going to make an example out of you. So that the next person, should they get abducted, them are going to feel like, well, we have no choice but to get the money and pay from wherever it is coming from. So therefore, this person, hopefully that person had the money or even had access to the money and was able to pay it off. Maybe if they did not, that young lady would have been missing for the longest time. Let's just call it that. The people them there in them place, them plush apartment complex, and people still invade them. You have to ask the question. So there's no sorts of security, no sorts of camera. Nobody never see when anybody came in, took away this young lady. So we have to ask the question again. What was the motive? Who were the person? How did they just pick this lady? So we have to ask all possible. Was this lady, because she's a supervisor at the call center, somebody that is there, some sort of spot lion, a pre out to see who have money, who don't have money, and then make a call, and then them find out our trailer wherever she lives at. Did she set this up? Is a next possible? I doubt it very much. Did the boyfriend set it up? I doubt it very much, because more than likely he was the one that put the money together, or maybe he called her family people. I doubt that very much also. Or is it just a next very disturbing trend to add on top of the other disturbing trend where they just go out, scope out people, look for people that seems as if they are well to do, them now suffer, and then they become the victim. So what happen if that person look like them have money, and then when them owe them people or them partner cannot pay that money? More than likely, dog is going to eat their supper. People, this is very disturbing. Hopefully the JCF can get a hold of it. But people, this is Jamaica. Hope for the best and expect the worst. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, and still on the topic of very disturbing trends in a Jamrock. This one is called Remove Your Plates and then show your plate and act as if it fell off and they found it and they want to give it back to you. So in other words, a good Samaritan turns the boogeyman. This is exactly how it works. Some thief, gunmen in a car would follow you to the mall, shopping center, or wherever. When you leave your car, go into the place to conduct some sorts of business wherever it is. When you come back out, if you are not paying attention and realize that your license plate, number plate, it gone, you drive off as you always do, going about your merry way. When you look a vehicle pull up in front of you or pull up behind you and they have your plate being displayed in a them windshield and a point and a tell you say, indicating that your plate fall off, you start worrying how your plate fall off. Sometimes people don't even remember them plate number, whatever it is. But when you look, you see people are point, I show you the plate out of them vehicle in the windshield. You then stop to retrieve or get your plate back and tell them thanks, maybe even give them a tip. Next thing you know, the people wheel and pop off. Take away your vehicle, sometimes take you away. And you understand, whenever you get missing in a Jamaica, sometimes you are never found. So therefore, please share these videos. Be alert. Make sure so you have your eyes open at the back of your head whenever you are in Jamaica, because these criminals, instead of investing their time in something positive, them always come up with some sort of diabolical plan. How them can rob, how them can SHOOT, how them can take you away, how them can KILLU. What we need is the popo to be aware of this and make sure so them set up some sorts of sting. However, it is easier said than done. They are always complaining them not have vehicle, them not have the resources, them not have the manpower, and even worse, sometimes them not have gas. So people may just say, defend yourself, protect yourself, because if we rely on the JCF and the relevant authority, we are pretty much out of gas. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, and still on the topic of trending scams in Jamaica. Only this one is by the legal authority, meaning the Popo and the Record Association of Jamaica. I am going to let you take a look at a video of a man giving his experience, how he was unjust while he was driving his motor vehicle. He was pulled over by a Popo. Like normal human beings do, sometimes we forget that when we get the new documentation, meaning registration, insurance policy, fitness, we do not remember to put them in the vehicle, even though we've done it, got all of the relevant documents, but we just forget. However, it seems as if this man explaining to this Popo had the kind of hard, he had ulterior motives why he wanted to tow the man's car, because it was going to be financially beneficial for him. So people, I am going to let this man explain everything to you in intricate details, and then I will give my piece.
Yes, me I do that video here to bring to the attention of the motoring public of Jamaica of the theft, the extortion and the chopping of both members of Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica government. Let me tell you, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, I do some things. Last week, I drive on the Spanish Town bypass and a policeman, Constable Kimo Powell. Yes, me call your name. Me gonna make you famous. Here, Kimo Powell. Stop my vehicle, cause apparently the disc did up. Right? So, me explain to him, so look here, the vehicle park up on my yard for months and all of the documents up to date. I just that me leave the house and never remember to take up, put the documents in the vehicle. So, me gonna take a taxi go feed, cause me live about 10 minutes away. And me a come back. Me flag down a taxi and go on me yard, collect the documents and go back. By the time me go back there, the vehicle gone. So me say, officer, where my vehicle is? Record gone with it. So me say, then how if I put my vehicle on record? And me tell you, say, I have all of the documents and it up to date. Him say, I have to display a sticker or whatsoever. I say, yeah, I know that. So I say, I don't have a problem if you give me a ticket for that. You understand? But all of the documents, them up to date. Him say, well, Jamaica I call record. So I say, me look like idiot. That's all I said to him. I say, me look like one idiot to you. Anyway, I go so boom and take the taxi, go where them pound the vehicle. Where them store my vehicle. And collect one document. Record fee, $33,000. It's less than 3 miles away from where the vehicle was seized. Them carry the vehicle to store it. But me have to pay $33,000 for that. And then me get a thing for go transport authority way in a town and pay $6,500 for storage. And then the policeman give me another ticket for $5,000. Now, when me go at the record place now for pay the record fee, because me I forget it before them can release the vehicle. Me start cuss and go on bad and I say, boy, I can't thiefing thing this. Look at you to collect the money in the place, tell me, say, under the record company alone, fee that, the policeman who call the record company, I forget a commission out of it, cause I call them record company. So I say, oh, I saw it go. Now, me never know. Say at them something there. The Minister of National Security and the Commissioner of Police allow in them police force. Me I wonder if this is legal, because that seems to be a conflict of interest to me. Right? And the question me ask now, them record company, are they legal registered company? That are 1. 2, are they taxpayers? That are 3. And then me do an investigation and find out, say, the record company is actually owned by a policeman. Now, But anyway, this is what we have to deal with. So motorists, me I want to beware. Make sure you no dot the I's and cross on the T's, because the government of this country passed one law in days gone by. Me would be allowed under the law 5 days to produce the documents to my vehicle. Now, because me have it on spot, a straight record and a straight ticket. You understand? Them no give you no leniency, no leeway, or nothing, because it's a money making thing. Them can't put on no more tax, so them I use them something there for collect more fees from fines and traffic ticket and all them something there. The government of this country I think take us for fool, and them think we are idiot. We're smarter than the whole of you. And we can guarantee we not got a problem in next election. Can we take Jamaican people for fool?
So people, you hear the man. He called the name of the officer. Kimo Powell, you are being exposed for your criminal corruption. For being somebody that is not reasonable. It was up to your discretion to make a decision. However, because you're licky and you're greedy. Now people like me say, the rules are the rules and the laws are the law. However, if you make rules and law and they are not practical, then people are going to always be caught up. The man explained to the poor, say, listen, I have the documents them. I just did not change the sticker. I just did not put the insurance and the fitness. That is what he said. However, because the new policy that seems to be aimed at taking advantage, preying upon the people, it is not practical. It is not up to the discretion of the poor. Well, it was, he could have made a decision if the man tell him, say, listen, I'm going to leave the vehicle, leave the key, go for the car, go for the paperwork in a taxi or whatever and come back. That sounds reasonable. However, when the man come back, the vehicle they on record already, and the man explained why. The man explained that, listen, the poor is getting a commission, he is getting a cut, so whatever the record man makes, he gives the poor a part. So people, that is when it becomes a conflict of interest. So this man is out of $33,000 plus the next $6,000 at the transport authority, plus other fees and inconvenience. People, it is an inconvenience to the motorists out there. So this is definitely a conflict of interest. Whenever the person whose discretion it is up to, whether he is going to tow your car, whether he is going to give you the leeway of going for your paperwork and correcting it. Whenever he knows that he is going to get a part of the money, the commission he is being paid, he is going to look out for his own self-interest, especially when that record company is owned by a poor. Why wouldn't they want to tow your vehicle if every time that they tow your vehicle, they can make $33,000 or whatever it is? In this case, the place was 3 miles down the road. So therefore, in excess of $11,000 per mile. People, this is highway robbery. This is corruption in the highest sense of the word. Mr. Kimo Powell, you are not a popo. You are a criminal. And your affiliate, the owner of these record companies. People, this is definitely a conflict of interest. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.